Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another day. So I'm going to talk to you guys while I'm putting on like all of my kind of daily things, like my BB cream and bisque and my concealer in organza, and then I'm just going to do my brows too. And I'll just talk to you guys while I'm doing all of that. Hi Charlie! So I think Charlie may have just realized that when Georgie's in school, there's like a whole room of Barbie dolls and nobody's going to be stopping her from going in to like play with them. So she literally has like 5 or 6 Barbie dolls, some goldfish, and Mickey Mouse going on the floor of my room. And that just sounds like a great morning to me. Okay. So over the weekend, I'm not sure if you guys saw it, my sister Holly and I, we did a competition with our team where we each picked the same products, and we had to come up with different looks. So like we didn't consult each other. We each just did our own product. We each just did our own look. We both went live with them, and we didn't see each other's. And then we came up with like 2 different looks. Like my sister's was super subtle. She used the palette. It was really, really subtle. Very like everyday, and I did a smoky eye with my palette. So it took a lot longer. It wasn't something I would do every day, but you get the idea. We came up with these 2 different looks. So I thought today, maybe what I would do is after I do like my kind of like everyday stuff, what I would do is I would take my pigments and just show you the different ways that you can use your pigments. For those of you who don't know, pigments are an eyeshadow, but they're a loose eyeshadow. So they're the Moodstruck mineral pigments. They just come in a little jar like that, and they're loose. But you can use them in a lot of different ways. Like I used mine over the weekend as a blush and as a lip gloss. And my sister used hers as a lip gloss too. So it's kind of cool that we both came up with like the same exact way to use our makeup. But had 2 drastically different looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as a eyeliner. I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow, a blush, and a lip gloss. And I'm just going to show you guys how you can just have like 2 or 3 products and really kind of come up with like use them in different ways. I like my products to work double time for me. And the reason for that is that I don't like to buy a ton of products. I want to be able to, like right now, I don't really use, I posted last night like a selfie, like which one do you like better? Because I'm thinking about getting some new lip glosses, because I only have 1 lip gloss. But then I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't get just a lip gloss, I should get a lip stain. And I'm like going through all these things in my head. So I thought, so I like to use my products for like different things. So I'm going to take all of my pigments and just use them as many versatile ways as I can. Hey, you got your goldfish? Riley's eating some goldfish right now. So I am going to tell you while I'm doing this, and my sister got a sample. She got it from somebody at convention. I'm kind of bummed that I don't have one. But it looks amazing on her. So since I do want to kind of like expand like the amount of lip products that I've been using, on October 15th, we are coming out, or Unique is coming out, with like a new liquid lipstick, and it looks so good on my sister and on like all the people I've seen like post pictures with it from convention. It looks so good. So I definitely think I'll be saving up for that. But in the meantime, I will definitely be purchasing at least another lip gloss. Like I said, I was thinking about doing like a lip stain, but then I'm like, my lips get so dry in the winter, and with the cold weather coming, it would be like just sitting there until next summer. So I have like all the sample lip stains, so I think I'm just gonna use that for right now and just kind of stick with my samples, and next summer I'll go more for lip stains. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to use all of my pigments. So I said, now with the pigments, you can use them wet or dry for different looks. So if you want more of a smoky eye look, you would go for like more of like a wet look. But I'm going to use it all dry. I just prefer working with it dry better. But this is how it comes, the Moodstruck Minerals pigment. just a little glass jar. This color is Risque. It's a black color. So I'm just gonna, and there's a whole bunch of different colors, and like some of them are shimmery and some of them are matte. I prefer the matte ones because I use a lot of splurges, cream shadows, so I'm just tapping it into the cover so it's easier to work with. But if you wanted to use it wet, you would just spray with some water, your brush. Okay, so I'm just putting it on my eyeliner, as my eyeliner. And I'm going to do it on the top of my lash, and then again on the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to do it on the bottom too. Again, I don't like working with eyeliner anyways in my lash line. I just have a very difficult time. Like, I can do it really well in my like waterline. But in my lash line, I'm just going to use the mirror behind the camera. Sorry. In my waterline, I have a super hard time with it. I'm sorry, in my lash line, I have a super hard time with it. So I just use my eyeliner brush and some eyeshadow, and I use that. It just makes it so much easier for me. Okay. And so this is Risque. Like I said, it's a black color. But it's not super overwhelmingly dark. It would be good for like an eye, like a sexy eye, a smoky eye. I'm thinking of the color sexy, which is also black, or corrupted is black, I forget. Both I use for a smoky eye. Okay. Okay. I have my phone like duct taped to my mirror so I can look behind me, behind like the camera, and like use a mirror. It's so hard to do your makeup in a camera. Okay, so that is my eyeliner. That's all I'm gonna use. Very simple. Hi, Charlie. Not right now. You want a brush? Okay, so the next color that I'm going to use is another powder, again, just tapping it into, I'm sorry, I'm going to do my crease next. And I'm going to use Naive, which is like a grayish color. It's too much. You just need a little. A little goes a long way because it is very highly pigmented, so you don't need a lot on your brush. I use my sponge brush, and I just use the side of it for my crease. I'm going to clean it off. I didn't clean it yesterday. My brushes are like in desperate need of being cleaned, so I think that's what I'll be doing on Friday. Okay. So I'm just going to put it right into my crease. And it's like a grayish color. And I apply it with this, and then I use like a brush to kind of spread it out. The reason why I do that is because it's smaller. And I'm not really good with my crease brush. Okay. Okay. And so I'm just going to take my blending brush and just kind of spread it out. Add a little bit more. You want to use a small amount of product, especially like when you're working with your like splurges and stuff, because you can always put more on. You can't take it off. It's a lot harder to take off than put on. So I always recommend just using a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. So that's Naive, very, very subtle. Okay. And we do have some darker colors too, of course. Now I'm going to use Innocent, which is just like a clear color. Okay. It's just very, very plain. So this is a super, super light look with my eyes. It's not something I would wear like going out with my friends or anything like that. Just hanging around the house, going to school. Georgie has like the dentist later on, so it's like a perfect look for that. Okay, so that's my eyes with the pigments. I'm going to put on my mascara, my 3D fibers. Okay. So if you wanted to darken this up, you could apply it wet. Like I said, I don't really do it all that often. So I'm just going to put on my transplant gel. Okay, so there's that. My fibers. You can put on more than one coat. Oh, Charlie, Goldie and Bear's on. It's a favorite in this house. And then my transplant gel right afterwards again, so that way the fibers don't start falling off. I want to seal them and lock them in place. Okay. My other eye, again, you don't want to switch. And all the products that I'm using, like the BB creams, the mascara, and all of the pigments, I think that want to say there's like 36 pigments. There's a ton of them. They're all available on GoGoGadgetLashes.com. Okay. So there's one. 3D fiber lashes to make my lashes go from barely there to, oh, there they are. And then the last coat just seals them in. Okay. So there's that. Oh, I'm just going to put another coat on here. Sometimes I don't do a very even job. And usually when I do a second coat, I only need another coat of the transfer. I don't need the lashes. The fibers, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's that. Alright, and so like I said, I'm only using pigments today. So for my pigment, I'm going to, on my cheeks and for my lips, I'm going to use the color Heartbroken. I can find it. Here it is. Which is like a pinkish color. And it's shimmering. It's not one of the matte colors. So a little of this is going to go a super long way. So you just want to put a little bit onto your brush. Okay. God bless you. Okay. And what's good about this is using your products for different, not only is it, or for different uses, not only is it like costless, or more cost efficient, but it also, it's nice because you, like when you're traveling, you don't have to pack like a ton of stuff. You can just go for it with, only pack a few different products. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle it on my lips. I like to have, so the clean dry surface, but for it to stick to something, I'm just going to put a little bit of, we have like tons of Aquaphor in our house. Because we're parents. So, you know, we use it all the time. So I'm using a little bit of Aquaphor. And I'll put it on my lips. And again, so the pigment just has a little something extra to stick to. Then I'm going to sprinkle it. I was going to use the same color for my cheeks, like that really pretty, like, pinkish color, but I'm thinking maybe just darken it up a little bit. Yesterday I posted I wanted to kind of go for, like, darker colors with lips. I think I talked about it a few minutes ago. So I'm going to use Irresistible, which is, like, a darker brown. And I'm just going to tap it. And it's not going to be super dark. Okay, but it's going to give me a really natural look. Okay, kind of like a golden. Too much. Didn't I just say don't use too much product? So it is a darker color. And once it kind of settles, I'm going to go back and put some Lucky lip gloss, which is just a really, which is just a clear lip gloss. I'm just going to put it on top to give it a little shine, because I do like my shine. And that's it. So I used pigments today instead of blushes or powders or anything like that. So I have pigments on my eyes, on my cheeks, and on my lips. And that is my finished look. So I will take a wake up makeup selfie in a little bit, and I will list all the products that I used. Alright, thanks for joining, and just private message me if you have any questions. And again, all the products that I use can be found on my website, gogogadgetlashes.com. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys.